We're here at the St. Catharines Museum to take part in the Irish Famine Heritage Trail. It is going across Canada, across the U.S., and many other countries. It is to commemorate the famine that happened years ago in Ireland. There's a lot of Irish people here in Niagara, and this history will be welcomed here. We're going to go and find out a little bit more about it.
Through our work with Irish Music Niagara, I got in contact with some people in University of Toronto Celtic Studies, Dr. Mark McGowan, who connected us with a group that have been working on expanding what is an existing national famine way in Ireland right now that's marked by these bronze shoes, similar to the ones here in the cabinet. And there's 32 of them that mark the trail of 1,490 people who left Strokestown estate back in the 1847 at the time of the Great Potato Famine in Ireland. The Strokestown estate now is actually the National Famine Museum, and it's run by the Callery family, and Carolyn Callery is one of the main drivers of this project as well, along with Eamon McKee from who's the ambassador to Canada for Ireland. Through that whole group, I got connected as a local representative for Niagara, and to help to try and find a location to place a memorial here in Niagara to commemorate the people who came here. Some people specifically from that Strokestown estate ended up in Niagara, but also part of the goal of the Global Famine Way is also to commemorate the famine immigrants in general as well that ended up in Canada.
I mean, the story of the development of St. Catharines really is the story of Irish immigrants here. We had 5,000 Irish immigrants that came to help build the first Welland Canal, and it was basically these immigrants that are part of the stories that they're telling as part of this project. And so for us this seems like a natural fit, but I agree with you, it would be awesome if we could make connections with families who came here and families who stayed in Ireland, and what happened and what was those connections between the two, because some of those stories are lost right now to us. It would be great to be able to make those connections.
And eventually, once it's complete, this will be the largest heritage trail in the world. It's going to stretch across many continents, and North America and Australia, into South Africa, and of course in Ireland itself as well.
And I know from meeting you and Declan that you constantly, that community is involved here, and you've started the Niagara Irish Festival. Tell us about that and the shows that you do around town to bring that community together.
And yeah, like you say, as immigrants, it is very important to have some sort of community, because that's one of the big things you miss when you move away. And we found that we were missing it, and through starting it up, we found that a lot of other people were also glad to see that coming around. And this is just another way of connecting us. We have the shoes here, and the Canal Museum have been really great to work with and providing a great display case here for us. This is somewhat temporary. I mean, they'll be here for at least a year, maybe a year and a half, while we look for a permanent location. But one thing we do need is some money to pay for a limestone or granite plinth to put the shoes on. And the shoes themselves, the brass mold, cost a certain amount as well. So we're aiming to try and raise about $10,000. The first stab at this is our 50-50 draw that's running on Rafflebox right now. So that draw is set to be done at 5 o'clock on the Saturday of the festival. But you don't need to be there to be in with a chance to win.
We have a major collection here, as you know, and if you're lucky to catch us on a day when we're offering guided tours of our collection spaces, you get to see the behind the scenes and all, a lot of those things. But besides that, the objects on display, they kind of can connect to people from all eras. I know I've heard people my age who are in the gallery who are saying, I feel old now because I see something in the museum gallery that I had as a kid. But everybody's story is important, and it doesn't have to be 200 years old to make it something significant to the story of our city.
The shoes are here in the building, and we got a brief history of it, but come to the museum and find out a little more about them. This is a historic thing, and we're glad to have them here in our community. And don't forget to get your tickets for the Niagara Irish Festival, which is coming up at the end of August. Reporting for The Source, I'm Bob Romeo.